Indian economy for your prelims, you all know that it's very important, because if you see the last 7 years question paper, majority of the question among all the subjects have come from economy. Now if you see the trend of economy, in the last 3 years, economic questions were predominantly current affair. But this was not the case in the earlier phase, that is in the 2011, 12, 13 period. So in 2018, my suggestion is that I strongly believe that this year paper will have many conventional or conceptual questions along with current affair. So I hope that you are thorough with all the conceptual and conventional topics of economy, especially from external sector, money and banking, public finance, capital market, agriculture, infrastructure, industry, government schemes, etc., inflation, national income, etc. So here in this video, already along with this video, we are sharing you one of the most important questions, around 150 questions, which we have conducted from our target prelims test series. And we strongly believe among those questions, among the areas, you will get questions for your prelims. And in this video, other than the questions which we are delivering, I just, in the last 15 months, as per the trend what UPSC have done it, I have consolidated certain very important topics for you to revise in the coming days. So those who have revised it, it's good. Those who have no idea about this particular topic, just take your 5 minutes or 10 minutes of your time. Either we might have shared you a question in along the link given below, or we have a playlist on economic prelims questions solved. Around 75 questions are there in it, and then around in the BITS economy public videos, we have almost shared you around 10 videos are there. Okay, so many topics which I am discussing here and which is very important for your prelims have been covered in either a prelims question discussion or as part of BITS economy. So make sure that if you are not aware of, just go through it, and then there are some other topics which I have not covered it. So make sure that you just have an idea about this particular topic before your prelims. Just take 5 or 10 minutes, and this can make a difference for you. So if around 10 questions come from this particular topic, and that will be the game changer for your prelims. So after thorough research, I found that I am mentioning around 90 topics from different sections of this Indian economy, and in case if I feel that okay, if I missed some important topic, I will let you know in the coming days. Very few days are left. Those other topics, I strongly believe that there are few more topics I have missed. Sorry, I am not well. Okay, so I strongly feel that there are some topics which I have missed among this list. So that I will share you the important rest of the topics which I have not covered here in our Telegram channel. So I hope that all of you are joined our economics prelims channel. In that I will convey if any more important topics is there, along with the articles to be read. Now from external sector, make sure that you are thorough with these topics like foreign investment promotion board. See, if I have selected a topic, there are some reasons for it. We don't have time, and you also don't have time. I'm not telling the reason. I hope that many of you know why I have chosen this topic. Now for you, since there is no time, make sure that you revise it. And in this 90 topic itself, there are certain topics which are very, very important. So please note down that and revise it one day before your exam. So one among them is Foreign Investment Promotion Board. I'll say this is one of the most important topic, Foreign Investment Promotion Board for this year prelims. Then FDI and defense. See, FDI in different sectors is very important for you, but make sure that you know about how much is the contribution of FDI in defense and FDI in single brand retail. For example, what is the cap, whether it is automatic or government approval route. So any limit is there, just have an idea about it. Then double taxation avoidance agreement, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, FCNR, foreign currency non-resident account, and economic survey have covered in detail regarding FCNR. Currency manipulator, this is another very important topic. Okay, so after FIPB, I will, even though all are very important, but again I'm telling you the most important. Okay, so Foreign Investment Promotion Board, currency manipulator, WTO dispute settlement body, very important topic. EBRD. Now try to understand that in EBRD and African Development Bank, which was in news recently. Now try to understand that EBRD, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, African Development Bank, in both India is a member. So this is the key. If you know that India is a member of these two organizations, that itself will help you to solve a question by eliminating it. Okay, make sure that you revise it, those areas. Then WTO 11th Ministerial Conference. Okay, WTO 11th Ministerial Conference was held recently. So in the 150 questions, there are 3 or 4 questions which I have shared. Okay, so those questions are very important. Please read it. Okay, so WTO 11th Ministerial Conference. Then few questions have been discussed regarding WTO 11th Ministerial Conference. That also you can refer it. Then RCEP. RCEP is another very important prelims question. Then 80:20 gold scheme. 80:20 gold scheme is another current affair from external sector which is important for you. Then comprehensive and progressive agreement for trans-Pacific partnership. We have covered it in the BITS economy. It's available in the public. Quantitative easing, I have discussed a question. It's public for you. Then contingency reserve arrangement. It is something of this new development bank, what IMF will perform. A similar role will perform by the contingency reserve arrangement. It was born together along with the new development bank. So just have an idea what is this contingency reserve arrangement. See, there are many topics from external sector, but I choose this 15 as one of the most important. So make sure that at least these 15 topics are thorough with you. Among these 15 topics, there are few topics like FIPB, which is very important for you. Make sure that you are thorough with that topic also, FIPB, and this topic, currency manipulator, FCNR, which is covered, 5 and 6 is covered in detail in your economic service. For that reason, this is very important for you. Now, from money and banking, a favorite area of UPSC after external sector. Every year consistently 3 to 4 questions is been asked from money and banking. The last 2 years, it was predominantly current affair. So the most important current affair from money and banking are recapitalization bonds, which we have covered it very recently, Bank Board Bureau, then the recent RBI new NPA norms. See, this topic question have been solved in the question paper, and that knowledge is sufficient for you. Okay, if you solve that particular question, this topic will be covered. RBI's, what is the RBI's new non-performing asset norms been issued recently? Then because of Nirav Modi, this topic have become very important. Related 3 topic, and you can expect a question from any of these topic like letter of undertaking, SWIFT, and core banking solution. All are related topic and all were in news because of Nirav Modi. So that's the reason why this is very important and put it together. 3 topic, but expect 1 question from any of these topic. Then account aggregator and P2p lending. Now, why account aggregator and P2p lending are the 2 NBFCs which was created by RBI in 2017 and which was mentioned in your economic survey, and other than that it was also in news also. So that's why these topics are important, and I will prefer among this most important as P2p lending. So P2p lending is very important for you. P2p lending after recapitalization bonds, LOU, P2p lending is very important. All the money and banking topic are important, but this you be very thorough with it. And then in 2017, many times payment bank was in news. Many new payment banks were created. In that, I will prefer, along with knowing the features of payment bank, make sure that you are thorough with India Post Payment Bank, which is the only public sector payment bank. Rest are private sector payment bank, which this India Postal Payment Bank is now presently is working in a pilot mode in Ranchi and Raipur. Okay, so you can expect from that also. Okay, it is 100% government owned because it's Department of Post. No, Government of India savings bond. Okay, 2 times this topic, 2 types of bonds were there earlier. 8% bonds were there. Now it is, that was stopped by the government, and a new 7.75% Government of India savings bond were issued. One of the important feature of this bond is that, please note down, it's taxable bonds. These bonds are taxable bonds. See, normally when we see any Government of India bonds, they are tax free. Most of the bonds are tax free. But this bond, Government of India savings bond, is taxed. It's a taxable bond. So that feature you note down, and next question have been, see, almost all these topics question has been covered in that 150 questions. Make sure that you have an idea about it. Then the most important topic, surely you will get a question. I can say with 100% confidence that something associated with Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 will be asked by UPSC. So that much important topic it is, this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Then LIBOR, London Interbank Offer Rate, LIBOR, which again I have covered in BITS Economy. Those who have not have any idea, please watch it. Then second important, very important topic. Okay, so once you read Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, make sure that parallelly, and after that you read Financial Resolution and Deposit Insurance Bill, and there is lot of comparison between these two, code and this bill. Okay, so you will have an idea, make a comparison and study. Information Utilities was in news, again it's associated with Bankruptcy Code. Then this is a convention area, but have become important because in Yojana January 2018, a special issue on banking reforms, a 2-page have been covered on these topics, National Housing Bank, SIDBI, NABARD and Exim Bank. I have strong intuition that from these 4 topics, a question will come. And among them, I strongly believe National Housing Bank has the most important chance. So Yojana January 2018, those who are having it, refer it, these topics, 2 pages only. It will hardly take you to 10-15 minutes, make a comparison and study. Then merchant discount rate, another thing as part of making India a cashless economy to promote digital payment, the government have made some concession for this merchant discount rate, it was in news. Then Mark II market loss related with government security, again a question have been, video discussion have been done on it, very important topic. Then again Banking Regulation Amendment Act related with stressed asset, this video also have been covered under BITS Economy. Okay, another important topic, Banking Regulation Amendment Act. See, all these 15 topics from money and banking are very important, but there are certain a topic like Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code which is very important for you. Okay, so make sure that these 15 topics of money and banking also you are thorough with it. So make sure, don't miss any topic, just have an idea about it. Then from public finance, sure question, you will get a question on goods and services tax. From public finance, you will surely get a question on goods and service tax. And since this goods and service tax we have covered in detail, many questions on goods, service and tax, please go through it. And in that, from this topic, there are many topics like goods and service tax network, GST Council, GST Composition Scheme, National Anti-Profiteering Authority, e-way bill or electronic way bill, or compensation cess, GST Compensation Cess Act. All we have covered it, all are important for you. Expect one question from any of these topics, surely you will get a question. Then electoral bond, very important current affair. Then from public finance, encasing FRBM review committee, its major recommendations. Major recommendations of this committee is very important. Then Companies Amendment Act 2017, very important for you. Then small savings scheme, National Financial Reporting Authority was in news recently, we have covered a video. Fugitive Economic Offenders Bill 2018, now it is not a bill, now it is, the government have come up with an ordinance, now it is a law. General Insurance Corporation of India, okay, normally people will miss this question. Now why it was in news? Because in 2017 the government have issued a first successful IPO on a insurance company, public insurance company. Okay, and in this year's budget also there were other 3 more public sector insurance companies going to be merged in this year's budget. So 2 insurance companies IPO, successful IPO happened in 2017, and one among them is General Insurance Corporation. I have asked question from GIC, you just read that, solve that question on General Insurance Corporation, read the material explanation, that will be sufficient for you. And after reading this article, just have an idea, there are other 4 more general insurance companies, and out of that 1 general insurance company IPO happened, the remaining 3 general insurance company will be merged together and then later it will be gone for an IPO. Okay, so be very thorough with the 4 general insurance company, and the major general reinsurer is of the government, that is General Insurance Corporation of India. Have an idea of it. Its IPO was in 2017 happened, and that's why it's important for you. Then equator principles, just have an idea, read the material, read the question paper, mentioned in the economic survey, very important for you. This year's budget have converted this education cess into health and education cess, or education and health cess, whatever it is. Okay, so read that particular question, that will be sufficient for you. Then see, make note of a budget 2017-18. I'm not telling about 2018-19. What are the major changes introduced in the budget 2017-18? 3 important changes. This budget 2017-18 is different from other budget because of the 3 major changes which the government have introduced. What are that 3 changes? Have an idea. National pension scheme. Many changes have happened in relation to national pension scheme. Recently, for the private sector, the age limit have been increased from 60 years to 65 years, and then many exemptions, many regarding the NPS withdrawal, and new changes were introduced. So many things was in news regarding NPS. Already UPSC asked a question in 2017, but again in 2018 also this topic is important for you. Now from capital market, expect many questions from capital market. Many important topics, many issues have happened in relation to capital market. One among them is exchange traded fund, very important for you. Exchange traded fund. Bharat 22, very important. Bharat 22 is very important, which is an exchange traded fund, government PSU exchange traded fund. Then gold monetization scheme and sovereign gold bonds scheme, both are important. When you prepare, you read it together, compare and study about gold monetization scheme and sovereign gold bond scheme. Then again same topic, compare and study real estate investment trust and infrastructure investment trust, all were in news recently. Anchor investors, very important, covered in your BITS economy. Angel tax, very important topic. Angel tax was in news like anything, very important for you. Make sure that you are thorough with it. Dollar index, important for you. India volatility index, Crisidex, Greenex and Carbonex. Universal exchange, the SEBI is going to have a concept of universal exchange where both the commodity trading and security trading will happen. Social bonds, a first social bond issue have happened in India. Bitcoin, which was in news recently, and initial coin offering of these cryptocurrency, that is what is called as ICO, or initial coin offering. And then Morgan Stanley MSCI emerging market index, which is again in news. Okay, so just have an idea. All these questions been covered in your 150 topics. You just read that question and read the explanation. Then from infrastructure, again a favorite area of UPSC. Okay, infrastructure we have covered in detail in the economic survey. There are 6 or 7 videos of have been covered. We have covered both the volumes of economic survey in detail. We have covered it, but I will prefer these topics, very important for you. So you can expect a question either on Bharatmala Pariyojana and Setu Bharatam. So both are the major programs of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Very important for you. Just have an idea and make the difference. Okay, what is the Setu Bharatam is for and what is this Bharatmala is for. And then Sagarmala project. Okay, so another very important project. So from these 3, you expect surely a question from infrastructure. Very important for you. Then logistics sector have been given infrastructure status. Very important. Hybrid annuity model, very important. We are covered in our BITS economy. Then in this year's budget, okay, road cess have been converted into road and infrastructure cess. Because of that, that's very important for you. Then Urja Ganga natural gas project, which was in current affair as well as covered in economic survey, very important for you. Logistic data bank, very important. UDAN, very important. UDAN is very important for you. Very important. Make sure that you revise about this scheme. Then this logistic performance index report. So these are the important topics from infrastructure. And then coming to government schemes. Okay, again very important. See, there are hundreds of government schemes out there. I have picked around 10 government schemes which I feel is very important for you. Make sure that these schemes, you revise these schemes. Saubhagya scheme. So prepare these 2 schemes together, compare it, Saubhagya scheme and Pradhana Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. There is some similarities there. One is for electricity connection, free electricity connection, and one is for free LPG connection. So you make a comparison and study about the features. Then Pradhana Mantri Krishi Sinjai Yojana. Pradhana Mantri Krishi Sinjai Yojana is very, very important. If a question comes also, there is high possibility that you will make mistake because 3 ministries are implementing that particular scheme. Okay, so that's very important scheme. So they can ask you, okay, which are the 3 ministries which is implementing this scheme? Okay, Pradhana Mantri Krishi Sinjai Yojana. Then PM Kisan Sampada Yojana, very important for you. Pradhana Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, another very important scheme. Pradhana Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana, it was mentioned in the budget also. Ayushman Bharat program, which was introduced in this year's budget. Deen Dayal Sparsh Yojana, a special scheme, something different, okay, dealing with philately, that is stamp collection or making stamp collection as a hobby for school children. So that's very important. Then National Food Security Act 2013, very important from agriculture. See, in agriculture, see, there have been 2 videos we have dealt in detail from your economic survey. In economic survey videos, if you have watched it, that's well enough good, okay. And plus, after those who have watched it, make sure that these 5 topics you revise it properly. National Food Security Act, Interest Subvention Scheme, both these are mentioned in detail in economic survey. Price deficiency payment, very important current affair. Minimum support prices, okay. So I am expecting a question either on minimum support prices or price deficiency payment this year. And then open market sales scheme, which was mentioned in your economic survey. So my suggestion is watch your agricultural economic survey videos for you, those who have not watched it. Then from industry, Index of Industrial Production, base year revision, that's the reason why it's very important. Again, automatically this index of core industries, base year is also changed. Many questions we have discussed. Both are very important. Doing business report, very, very, very important. Which are the 10 parameters? Revise the 10 parameters of this doing business report. I am expecting a question based on the 10 parameter. Then a concept associated with the doing business report, that is distance to frontier score. Go through it. Then MSME definition, okay. The government have already, we have covered this MSME definition, okay. So please watch that video on MSME definition. Changes introduced by the government in MSME definition. The present definition and the changes introduced by the, means changes being approved by the cabinet but not made because it require legislative change, okay. MSME definition, a video on bits economy have been covered. Watch that one instead of reading that particular question, because MSME definition, you watch it, then you will be very clear with it. Then DIPAM, Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, okay, very important department related with industry. The zero defect, zero effect scheme, already I have released that video on it. Udyog Aadhar Memorandum, very, very important scheme, was covered in your in one special issue of Yojana. And then Purchasing Managers Index. So many topics video are being available in your prelims question solved or in bits economy. Make sure that you watch it, those who have not watched it, or you read the question paper if a question is there on this particular topic, okay. All the topics question is not there, okay. So make sure that all these topics you revise it before your prelims. Then on inflation, wholesale price index, very important because base year have been changed last year, and producer price index, Residex was mentioned in your economic survey. So that's why this is important for you. And then some miscellaneous topic which is not there in related with any other topic like Minsky moment, gross value added, GVA associated with national income, Lewis dual economic model which is mentioned in your economic survey, and Niryat Bandhu scheme. Again, it's a government scheme, something different scheme. Important for you, just have an idea about what is this Niryat Bandhu scheme. It's something related with, it's a Director General of Foreign Trade scheme promoting exporters, okay. So to what you can say, to encourage entrepreneurs to become especially young entrepreneurs, okay. So it's like promoting young entrepreneurs for exports, and other related scheme promoted by DGFT. Just have an idea about what is this Niryat Bandhu scheme, okay. So this 90 topic, make sure that you have an idea about it and revise those very special topics which I mentioned. And I strongly believe there are some topics I might have missed. If I find it that I have missed a topic, I'll surely inform you in the Telegram, our Telegram group, which is a public Telegram channel. Anybody can join. Just type, if you have a Telegram number, you just type Neo IAS Economy Prelims. It will be visible for you. You can join it. All the data is available for you. All the material is available for you. Okay. So that's regarding the important topics for your economy. And one more suggestion which I want to give you. So if you don't have time, okay, be selective on this topic and make sure that you are thorough with your conventional areas. So we have come up with almost all the core subjects, 5 core subjects. Now only polity left. Polity will be released tomorrow morning. So we have come up with all the 5 core subjects which constitute 80 questions of your prelims. We have given you one of the most important questions for you to practice. Make sure that you practice it very well and revise other areas which you have not done it, and go with your June 3rd prelims with confidence, and don't worry about your what you have prepared till now, and don't try to recollect things what you have studied earlier. That will give you tension. Just simply go and give your best, and surely your hard work in the last 1 year hard work will help you surely in your coming prelims. And I want you all to clear this year prelims and to write mains and to clear this mains in the next attempt, in the coming attempt itself. All the best for your prelims exam. Thank you.